one of the absolutely forgotten areas in all of this is the potential for improving the efficiency with which water is used. Now, many people might say that, oh well, in a place like the Rous region, where there's been water efficiency programs in place for many years, we've saved as much water as we can. The only time we know we've saved as much water as we can is when every single house, every single shop, every single office, every single factory has already implemented best practice water efficiency. And by best practice, I mean that all cooling towers should have total dissolved solid controllers, sort of $1,200 controllers that measure the amount of salt in a cooling tower and only discharge water when the salt has reached a certain level. For example, there should be absolutely no continuously flushing urinals or urinals that don't have ultra low flush cisterns. All toilets should be 4.5, 3 litre dual flush toilets, which is current best practice. And for the newest systems, all washing machines should be efficient, front loading, best practice, and so on. So if we look at all of the different end uses, all of the different fixtures, appliances and water use practices, including irrigation controllers and for playing fields and for outdoor areas, only then can we say that we have best practice water efficiency. And until then, we know that there are hundreds and hundreds of megalitres per year that are potentially able to be saved, and most importantly, saved at a much, much lower cost in many cases than just producing water currently, and certainly much, much lower cost than constructing any new water supply whatsoever, whether that be groundwater, whether it be the proposed Danone Dam, or whether it be potable reuse. So we first should do those things. It's, as my grandmother used to say, until we've eaten our greens, we shouldn't be looking for dessert. And so we need to do those things first because they're cheapest, they're quickest, they create more jobs, and they're the most effective, and they're significant. Hundreds of megalitres per year almost certainly can be saved and reduce demand, make the Northern Rivers the most water efficient region in Australia. Now, the Rous region has put a fair bit of effort into metering, so there's probably less apparent losses. There certainly would be some real losses, and if the level of investment that is being made in southeast Queensland and in Sydney was applied across the entire Rous region, as distinct from just some councils, then you would almost certainly be also saving in the order of hundreds of megalitres per year. And that's an investment which would almost certainly be a much, much lower cost per cubic metre saved than the cost of supply and certainly the cost of the new dam. There are huge opportunities for the Rous region, and we've seen through programs that we've run in a number of other places in Australia and been involved with designing, including starting with Kalgoorlie Boulder, which has very expensive water which is piped up from Perth to Kalgoorlie, an arid part of the world. But perhaps the best examples can be found quite close in southeast Queensland, where during the millennium drought, the demand per person in the residential sector was down below 140 litres per person per day. Now, it has come back up since the drought and more recently, but it's still much, much lower than it was prior to the drought. So there are measures that can be implemented, water efficiency measures, improving in appliances and fixtures and behaviours and processes and practices that can actually reduce the demand and keep it down. And in Sydney as well, and in Sydney it was because Sydney Water Corporation had an operating licence target to reduce demand by 25% and then 35%, a target which they met. So they have invested hundreds of millions of dollars in a range of programs, both in leakage detection and repair, in non-residential, as in business customers, improving the efficiency of businesses in Sydney, and retrofitted over a fifth of the households with water efficient fixtures and appliances. As a result of that and other initiatives, they've been able to grow the city by 1 million people and keep demand at the same level. The bulk demand has been kept flat despite the growth of the city of 1 million people. So we know it's possible, and in a place like the Rous region, where there is a community who is very keen to do the right thing. You've got a tighter knit community. You've got a huge opportunity to actually show the rest of Australia what's possible by going beyond what was done in southeast Queensland and Sydney, because they've not yet tapped out all of the potential water efficiency options in those two cities. It's much easier to do it in a regional community, and indeed some of those measures started here in the Rous region and were then borrowed by Sydney to implement those programs. So we need to look at a way to make the Northern Rivers region the leader in Australia, not a follower, and to make sure that the jobs are created in terms of plumbers, in terms of engineers, in terms of service personnel, in terms of people to help do all of this retrofit and efficiency work, and that we can save an incredible amount of money and reduce the financial risk associated with such a large single capital works project that will become a white elephant.